he let his fans, I guess you would call them, get him all riled up. Saw him and Mikey. What is that guy's name? Musumeci or something? Mikey Musumeci.
With the beard and the hair like that, and kind of like the kind of tone of the lighting, you kind of look like Dagestani Joey.
I feel like Dagestani Joey, which would be like what it would be like
Live in mountains,
Belmar.
wrestle 12 hours a day.
Yeah, my name is Belmarto, and I come from mountain, and no home, just mountain. I live on the rock. We sleep on the rock.
We use moss
Mother,
blankets.
yes, we do. We blow hot air at each other when we cold.
We breathe. We
And we
sleep in
breathe.
69 formation. So
Yes, in this
we blow hot air on each other's lower extremities to keep from
genital must
frostbite.
stay warm. One genital may mean a very healthy baby, because we must be ready to procreate at any given moment.
At all times. All right, what about now? Anything on the screen?
Same thing. You and Sophia.
So weird.
Should we try Facebook? Apple. What do you call
Let's
it?
try Discord. Let's try Discord.
Okay, let's do
I'll
Discord.
do Discord. I'm right. But now, there we go. There you are. All right, cool. I got you. I got me. We're ready to roll. I got Raja. So,
Perfect. Let's take a look at this because
we've heard other people's opinions of this. We can watch what happened and
yeah. So pull it back a little bit. There's I mean, goodness, where do you even start with like this? He did a really absurd thing, right?
what are
What
we talking about? The
Raja?
punches.
Well, the whole thing. What he did was he let his fans, I guess you would call them, get him all riled up, and then in the comments he was saying stuff like, "Watch, I'm gonna slam him. Yeah, I'll slam him. I'll get him up over my head. One bet." So he was getting egged on by these guys, and what's wrong with that? I mean, of course people are going to talk crap, people are going to be trolls and all that online. Why in the world would he, actually do it? That's the part that just doesn't make any sense. However,
Ego, right?
well, sir, without any doubt, ego.
Got his feelings hurt.
Well,
Got
he
him.
did at the beginning. At the beginning of the show, the guy hit him with an empty beer can or something like that.
Well, it looked like it had
So,
a beer in it. Like it looked like it was had some foam and stuff shoot out of it. So I think it was had some beer in it.
perhaps, but either way, a can, a beer can is not that bad. Have you ever been hit with a beer can?
Can't say that I have. But if somebody hits me at all, you address it right then and there. Like you don't think about it for a week and then defend yourself later.
Yeah.
It's like somebody just hit me upside the head with something, and
Yeah.
I'm going to defend myself. Like if there are follow up shots, there didn't seem like there was going to be follow up shots, and he just kind of got in the guy's face and didn't react and didn't sell it. It was like, Because it kind of looked a little
Right.
staged, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely looked staged to begin with, for sure. But the guy was, he's a wrestler, not Raja, the other guy. He's a wrestler, so he kind of has an idea about how to make it look like a work. You know what I mean? I mean, they're all wrestling and doing the stuff that they do. So him doing that to this guy, and I don't even really want to say his name because having technique and having trained his whole life, what he's doing here is like it's akin to, I mean, maybe beating up a kid or something like along those lines. Because the guy has no idea at all what's happening. He knows about wrestling, right? Like professional wrestling. So when Raja picks him up, he holds on. He makes sure to hold on and stay up there. Look at him holding.
So he's like helping him.
He's still holding. He's helping him. The trouble is that the big guy, the victim, when Raja picked him up, he went back over his shoulder. So boom, you see he's heavy back there. Mm-hmm. And because he's heavy back there, when Raja takes a step and slams him, which is what he does, he kind of opens up that gap and he slams him. He is intending, boom, right, boom. He is intending to whip his head into the ground to knock him out. So, like, there's no other reason to slam somebody into the ground other than to knock them out or to make them woozy. But
were these guys
he knows.
Though? Like, it takes them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, it takes them. And this other guy even longer. Like, he's half-hearted. That other guy jumps on him, but
oh yeah,
it takes them a long time to jump.
But
to jump on
right.
Him, you know.
The first guy that jumped on him was like worthless, really, as far as health goes. Didn't want no part of it. But the second guy, he definitely knew something. He knew what he was doing a little bit. That guy.
But where was he? Like, where, you know, I mean, he just kind of came out of nowhere. And then he's wrestling with him. He tries to slam him. Like, it's obvious, man, and it's obvious that Raja is like thinks he's in a real fight right now. He's not playing around.
No, not at all. As the dude is laying on the ground, completely out of it. But here's the thing. Here's my thinking about the whole thing. Anybody can get. Yeah, they're trying to calm him down because, I mean, it's been like an hour since the thing happened with the beer can. So this doesn't have anything to do with the beer can. But, how does this relate to real life is the thing that matters. And how it relates is anybody can pick you up like that. You know, if you're not prepared for it, it's very easy to be picked up. And once you're off the ground, you're in danger, period. Doesn't matter how good you are. So I was thinking, what are some things that we could do to make it not so bad? Back's off the ground, you're in danger. One thing is, as the bad guy picks you up, first of all, of course, don't help him. Make it harder for him to hold you up there. It's very easy to cause balance problems. So Hickson did that in one of his old fights at Vale Tudo, Japan. But he ended up doing like a cartwheel, like Superman and just like landing. But the goal wouldn't be to do any kind of special flip or anything like that. It would be to make the slam ineffective. So like watch him shuffle his feet, right? Boom, there. He's walking a little bit. And then his first 2-3 punches are as hard as he could possibly punch.
Oh yeah.
If you're in that situation, people watching, with a dude mounted on you and punching, and you're knocked out, you're dead unless you've got friends to help you or cops or something, because what we were watching right there was an attempted murder.
Well, I mean, do we know what came of this? Did Syko Stu, did he, say, hey, I'm going to press charges, or did he just...
I don't know if he said he was going to press charges, but I know that Raja was arrested today.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, which is, what is today, the 18th?
What are the charges?
Can we pull them up here? I'm not sure. Being a dang idiot is one. Dude, I gotta figure out how this thing works, man. I've been fussing with it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
What does it do?
So.
What did it say?
Okay, I guess you filed a lawsuit.
Well, I saw a news report that said he had been arrested like not long ago. Is that not accurate?
Let me check.
Precision twist riveted end. Set dosage. It's a riveted end.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, he's arrested on the 18th today, or earlier, less than 24 hours ago. Anyway, I think it's after midnight, so maybe yesterday.
Right.
He's taken in on a felony charge and is being held on $50,000 bond. So, what's
$50,000 bond.
Yeah, he can pay that.
That's nothing.
Felony assault. That's what he got. Felony assault.
So let's say felony assault, which means, they gave him the biggest break that they could give him for what he did.
Yeah, he didn't get charged with attempted murder. He just got felony assault. So he'll probably plead it out because everybody knows he did it.
Yeah,
maybe there's the hey, I was concussed, temporary insanity angle.
Perhaps. Maybe he could say, he had been knocked out, or he had been nearly knocked out, like, the day before. And he could say, like, that messed him up mentally or something. But, he could also just go completely crazy route and blame it on Rampage. And just be like, my dad was a bully, he bullied me my whole life. And then just show, like, hundreds of videos of Rampage bullying him. Which, Rampage didn't have nothing to do with it. Rampage slammed people, but it was like in the right arena. You know what I mean? He's not like slamming random dudes. He's slamming like the best people in the world.
Yeah.
So, the real thing that I wanted to get into with it though is addressing a like an extremely aggressive opponent who is behaving in a way similar to Raja. Anyway, the scenario doesn't have to be the same, but if you just kind of say to yourself, like, what would you do in a similar situation?
What would I do in a similar situation?
Yeah, so kind of put yourself from the very beginning. You got picked up. So let's say you turn around. There's a very strong dude there, strong enough to pick you up, and he's got you in the air. What are you thinking from that point, from that perspective?
Well, don't. I mean, obviously, this guy is trying to sell it, and he thinks he's going to be. He thinks this is a show. But if somebody picks me up, I'm not going to assist them in like stabilizing myself and just be carried off. I think I'm going to try to. That's a thing. Like I'm so big. Nobody attempts to pick me up, so I've never had to worry about this scenario.
Right.
I feel like as I'm going up, I would probably try to make myself heavy. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like even before they get to the legs, I'm gonna be trying to like sprawl. But like, say he snuck up on me. He's super strong. He picks me up. I feel like in that position he could have like grabbed a hold of his body like from his back upside down, and so I guess he could have thrown himself in a way to where he lands, like if throws himself back and I land on my head or something. So how would I do that? So I can hold on to him, and then he would have to throw himself backwards, or he could like dump me off the whole stage if I did that. Well, I guess it depends on what he does, because if I did grab hold of him, maybe I could get my legs to the same side and kind of throw myself over the side, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Without ever doing it or it ever coming up naturally, I'm not sure on what to do, honestly. It's not like this is like lesson 107 on the mastery cycle. Like, what happens if Raja picks you up, or a Jackson, either Rampage or Raja picks you up? What?
Yeah. What happens if a Jackson picks you up?
What happens if you were lifted above their head and about to be hurled to the earth? No.
Yeah, you're about to take a ride, dude. But I have been picked up.
Oh, you have been picked up?
Yes, indeed, I have been picked up. And I think there is a natural reaction, and I'm not sure if it's from jiu-jitsu or if it's just natural, but I would think that it's from jiu-jitsu because it's a technical kind of response.
Okay.
Once I started to get lifted, I was kind of lifted at the belly, like it was going to be a power bomb or something. But as the dude started to lift, I kind of just scissored my legs, and the scissoring of the legs made my weight distribution like crazy. It was like heavy on one end, and when I started scissoring my legs, then it became heavy on the other end. So literally, even though the dude was really strong, I was able to put my feet back on the ground. They were at an angle, like where his feet were. He picked them straight up, if he would have set him back down, his feet would have went right back down in the same spot. But where I went was like to Raja's left, if that makes sense.
See, I usually have done this exact move with my, buddies down on 10th Planet, but I'm playful with it. I don't slam them on the ground. I might have them on my shoulders as a joke and just kind of like smile and like take a few steps with them all up there, but then they get like a really soft landing, right? Like
Of course.
I guide them to the floor, and they don't. There's no force involved, or I'll kind of like let go of them and let them fall off or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. You've done the same thing to me. You've done the same thing to me before.
I don't recall, but that doesn't surprise me. If it's there and the you're under the legs to that much, and the person is pick up a bull. Couldn't do it to my brother.
Yeah.
He's too big.
Now, yeah, there would be a way to pick them up, but the one that I'm talking about, by the way, you were going to throw me in the pool. Does that ring a bell?
Which pool was it?
North Dallas, not North Dallas. I think actually, it was that apartment where you guys had that real nice pool at the complex.
That was a long time ago then. Yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah, it was. It was probably, I think Sage was, I think she was maybe a baby, or maybe 1 or 2, or something like that. But that was a really like inconsequential thing. You picked me up. I kind of, prevented the worst of it, and then you tried to pick me up again, and it was heavier, and then heavier, and it was like no fun anymore. Yeah. But
it wasn't memorable because it was just one of the many unsuccessful techniques, and you kind of don't dwell on those. I guess you think of the eureka moments where like something worked.
dude, other than the breaking of the wrist, us rolling and sparring for me really, and hope maybe for you, for the most part, when I look back on it, it is kind of inconsequential. I mean, not a lot of things is happening. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean that it kind of depends on your perspective of it. There was a lot of lessons imparted. Not so much of like, hey, we're rolling. Like, there's a few people that you'll meet that you won't really. They're not rivals. You're not rolling with them with intent to best them. You are learning from them. So you'd be like, okay, I'm in this position. I get stuck here. What do I do? And then you literally show that person, then you practice it with like a certain amount of resistance, right? It's like a lesson. Like with the kids, like we're going over the standing arm lock, which 2.0 kicks butt because they go right into instead of them pushing, they're pointing, and it goes right into like an arm drag, which I'm like, I love that. And Allie's like, I love wrestling class, so she loves the arm drag.
And that's awesome, man. I hope she turns into like the beast of all beasts in wrestling, and she's slamming people and taking them down because wrestlers.
The first female Navy SEAL. She is like literally training her ass off to be as strong as she possibly can be to have like a shot at doing like special forces. Like she's literally leg pressing. She's her legs are really really strong. Like it was funny. Like she's been staying at her mom's, right? So they came to visit, and She's doing uh, leg presses, and she's doing like the leg curls and leg extensions. And
Yeah.
she's doing the machine, and she's cranking out, some. And just 6 months ago, she's like doing not a lot of weight that I thought, I could do her machine no problem. And so I go over there, and it's on 170. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was still able to do it, but I was like, this is a lot of weight. And I hadn't worked out. I hadn't done leg curls in a long time. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I don't know how much more I could do than this. I was like, and she's tiny. But she's got, like, strong ass legs.
Where?
I mean, she can't quite do a pull-up yet. She's, like, getting to the point where, like, she can get there. Like, her upper body is she's working on it, too. Like, she's benching more and more. But her legs are super strong.
Well, I'm gonna make this shape just in case we want to not record past right here for a second. Why? Where did she get that idea? Because I'm for it. I'm completely for it. But where did she get such a freaking like that's as high of a goal as she could possibly have? More high than the presidency.
Yeah, no, it is, like, the highest of goals, and I admire it. I think I looked it up, and I think there was a couple females that got, I guess, a SEAL contract, and
Yeah, too.
they went. I guess it was like there was like a prior training. I see. I don't know how it all works, but I guess there's a 3 weeks of training before you actually go to Buds.
That's right. Pre-buds. I'm very familiar.
And I guess they didn't make it through pre-Buds.
Um, Actually, the one of them didn't, but one of the ladies that went to Buds made it to Hell Week, and she might have made it a day or two into Hell Week.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure about that. She made it like way further than was expected.
Right.
That would be the coolest thing that ever happened if she became a SEAL.
I
Man, I stopped drinking cokes and all that.
Oh, that's good. I mean, you are looking more trim. You're looking like you know what you're looking like, Sabretooth's younger brother, but not Wolverine. You're looking like
Oh,
Tiger Claw.
yeah, yeah. But what's his name? He's the guy that played Cotton Weary in
Yeah,
Cream.
you look like Cotton right now. That's the whole thing. When you get the hoodie with the hoodie on, you look like a Dagestani, but now with the hoodie off, you look like Cotton.
Well, yeah, there could be worse people, I guess, to be.
No, that guy was awesome.
Yeah.
He was not so much as Cotton. Like, he wasn't great in that particular role. I mean, he was okay in the second movie, right? But then he got straight up slaughtered at the beginning of the third movie, right? But he was a badass Sabretooth. And what was my favorite movie of his? Wasn't he in Phantoms?
He was in Phantoms
Yeah,
with Ben Affleck.
yeah, he got taken over on Phantoms, right? And he turned, like, evil because the entity
Yep.
got him.
Which is very unlikely, because Cotton Weary, he probably would have kicked in the nuts and then did, some kind of a throat move. He would have it would depend on how many there were. He would do kick in the nuts, throat move, and then, he might hit one with an elbow. But that's a different, human being. We all want to be cut.
Have you ever seen that show where he's like a fixer? He's like a Boston street tough, and he when he gets really fed up, he'll just grab a bat from the back of his Benz, and then he'll just go to start busting up everybody in the bar. Like he's like a yeah. It was like I liked some aspects of his character, and he had a crazy family, but it was like uh, when you flesh out a character too much, and it's like, man, where are they going with this? Like this turned into like something really like this show should have ended like. I mean, who am I to say? But I got bored of the show before it was over. You know what I mean? So I never finished it.
Yeah, jump the shark.
Yeah, it was too much, but I guess that's why they didn't continue it. Eventually, it did end, and it was just a little bit late. But better than
Right.
any shit I've ever done. Like I have like, uh, I am the co-star and producer of the shittiest jiu-jitsu podcast. But I like it. I like that it's low budget, man. Like I don't care. The low
Hey,
budget.
and the crappiest, whatever it is, but we've had like legit dudes. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at it both ways. We got lucky for sure, but because they didn't know, they didn't know what they were walking into.
Since I have you here, did you check out the Craig Jones Invitational? Two.
No, I saw him and Mikey. What's that guy's name? Museki or something? Mikey
Musumeci. I think it's Musumeci.
Musumeci. Yeah, I saw them having some kind of debate with Mighty Mouse being the moderator.
Yeah,
And I
that was a
thought
good
that
one.
it was that about that event?
Well, I think they were still promoting it, right? Like Craig was promoting it, but the event itself, like there was some good sport jiu-jitsu. Like there was a beautiful pass by this guy named Joseph Chin that I thought was like incredible as far as like no gi guard passing game. Because as you know, it is so hard to pass these guys guards, and
Oh yeah.
this sucker, he was able to pass this dude's guard in a beautiful way. It was like one of the best guard passes I've ever seen. So if you have a chance to watch Joseph Chin's part, like, of course it's like 4 or 5 minutes of like him not being successful, and then he's able to make it work against this really talented practitioner. I don't even remember the guy's name though. I forget who it was, but there's just so many jiu-jitsu guys, like I lose track of who it was actually, but I just remember seeing it and replaying it. I was like, oh man, that was sick. That was a sick move. So you saw some cool
I
stuff.
do. Right, right. I do that too. That I'll see like point 0.2 seconds of something that happens, and then I'll watch it again and again and again and again to try to figure out exactly what I'm looking at. I don't know if that's exactly what you're talking about,
Well, his technique is
but I
super
did.
sharp, but he's also very quick and athletic. So it's a mix. Could I do what he did? Probably not, but it doesn't mean I'm not a fan of it. Like I've been
Oh,
described as lumbering. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of these like super fast athletic guys. I'm not a young guy. You know what I mean? Like leave that to the young cats. Like I'll do
yeah.
slow
Oh,
energy saving. But that's the difference between a lot of these guys. Like, can you actually fight? Like if we were starting to throw punches, like I'm gonna kick your fucking kneecaps. I mean, maybe you'll take me down, but
even there, you're gonna be hurting. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be fighting from there.
sure. Like
But
you have to pay attention to where your head is at all time, and are you protected at all time, and I think that's what we really should focus on, and that's what I was going over with the kids, man. I'm like, okay, we're practicing pummeling, but honestly, you're not gonna you're not gonna walk up to somebody and be trying to grab their arms. You're gonna be up. You're gonna be, depending on which foot is in front of the other foot, you're gonna be kicking those, and then we just started doing P-zone kicks.
mm,
So it's like, hey, I thought this was cool, but realistically, you're not going to do this because you're going to do this.
you're doing the right thing. Definitely doing the right thing. Having them repeat there's like maybe 30, 35 techniques, not necessarily just combatives. I mean, really, I would say maybe only half are combatives, but the other half are like the Pizal. And that dang Pizal, man, is so important. I think that it should be part of combatives. Without a doubt, I think it should be part because it's so important.
Mm-hmm.
It's the tool by which that we make every other tool work.
Well, that's what I'm going to be doing if I ever get anybody to fight me in one of these MMA shows. I'm just going to be kicking the shit out of their knees. They're never going to get
Sure.
Because we were doing an experiment. It was like, Noah, can you kick me in the knee without me touching your face? And I was out of range.
How many attempts were there?
By 10. I don't do long jiu-jitsu with them. It's literally just like, hey, let's have a little fun, end on a high note, and then watch a scary movie.
Very good. Very good.
I learned from the
master. So they're
used to be too hardcore, and you helped me realize this is about fun and the love of jiu-jitsu. It's not about being tough, because they'll hate jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and they'll be tough anyway. They will be tough. Mm-hmm. You just, not right this second. But if we don't let them like jiu-jitsu, then they won't get tough. So, dang, you got to find a way to make them do jiu-jitsu, which is hard and exhausting, and all the stuff. But you got to make them want to do it, and that part is, I think, if you don't, if you're not in the lineage or don't know somebody that knows, or weren't there at that specific time when they were teaching these kind of techniques or this mindset, you might never. Yeah, I mean, you might never be able to teach anybody jiu-jitsu, much less your own kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the important part of jiu-jitsu is, are you an effective teacher? Because we're not going to be able to fight forever.
Oh, I remember, I'm sure we're going to get off here pretty soon, but I remember something that I had to tell you this one. This is a good one, dude. This is like straight up Jiu Jitsu Robot. Like, of course this happened. But I was up there at the place the other day, and one of the ladies that worked there, she looks very young, but she has an 18-year-old son. Mm-hmm. And he's like big time into fighting in UFC and everything to do with MMA, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't train. And first of all, his mom had asked me about the chokes and different things, and she was even like, "Can you show me? Can you let me do it?" And like she's interested for him, but I told him he came in the back the other day to see her, and his mom said, "Hey, he wants to feel your choke. Choke my boss, choke him." Mm-hmm. And so I sat down in the chair, let the dude wrap my neck, and I was like, waiting, and then he let go, and I was like, "Oh no, go!" I was like you can count it off or whatever. And he said, "No, I was choking. I was doing it." And I was like, there wasn't no pressure happening at all. So the second time that he went to do the same technique, I said, let me let me move your elbows where I want to move them, and then I want you to pull them as tightly into my chest as you can. So he did the choke. I pushed his elbows together so that like that happened, right? And with the elbows together, told him to pull me into his chest, and it went from me like just sitting in the choke for like 2 minutes to him choking for like 4 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. And I was like, Tabby. So, yeah, awesome, of course, awesome, but also interesting because that kid showed me something that not a whole lot of people have done at Wolfpack and even Scott Phillips, which was he was going to let me put him to sleep, and he was like he wasn't getting ready to tap. His hands were like on his knees, and this kid is a standout. He doesn't know anything, but he's a standout. And I've already told his mom, like, dude, I would, as much as I could, I'll teach him for free. Because I think maybe this young dude might just be the next one. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, could be. Certainly. Time will tell.
I did.
You'll know pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it depends
Yeah.
on your work ethic, right?
That's going to be the deciding factor. The just toughness and will to fight and all that. As far as that goes, he's like good to go. But the other things that seem like they don't matter, they rapidly matter more than anything else. So we'll just have to see.
I don't
It seems like
anybody for free though. I know like you have in the past, and you've certainly like taught me for free at times. But
yeah.
you were such a good teacher that you should be charging people top dollar. Like people should be paying you, at least $80 an hour.
Okay, so then let me see. The woman is one of the people that has worked at that place before these companies bought it out, and she'd been there for years. So she's one of the OG people, and she's really very, very nice to me, and very nice to everybody up there. And they're like extremely wealthy, but she's also the person that I'm gonna promote whenever we get rid of who, and we're gonna put her in that spot. You don't think that that could cause any bad blood or anything? If I'm like, because she asked once, how much do I charge? And I was like, I don't, no, I'm not going to charge him. To now go back and say, hey, I thought about it, and I think I'm going to charge it.
Well, I mean, you've already let the cat out of the bag. So the problem with saying like I'm going to teach you for free is saying what I have to offer you has no value. You're subconsciously doing that. So, what you could do if he ends up being interested is you could have him like, hey, listen, the lessons are for free, but the lessons have no charge, but it requires effort on your part. Like, we're going to do instructional videos, and you're going to be you're going to be my cameraman. Stuff like that.
Right. So yeah.
So the lessons cost no money, but they do require sweat equity.
Yeah,
So
you gotta work it off.
exactly, like I'm not going to charge you any money, but you will work it off. The lessons are very valuable. Usually I charge $80 an hour, but I think you have something special, and I'll consider you, you know, helping me out in exchange for lessons. So reframe it. Next time you get a chance, be like, usually I charge $80 an hour. I charge
Well,
$10,000 for
and
seminars.
and the guy's like very, very good looking young guy, so I'm sure that would help our numbers, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there you go. The ladies will love it.
Yeah, they'll love it. Great shape. Yeah, it'll be perfect. But what was that other thing that I was gonna ask you just, oh, what about saying something like, the first 10 lessons are free, and then if you want to keep going from there, then, you can pay.
Well, I mean, I guess you can revisit it, but I think you can't get rich off of one student, right? And I've learned this the hard way because I've said, hey, come train. We just we're neighbors come train, friends come train, no charge, and they never call me, right? But anytime I've said, okay, this is how much I charge, there's more interest in it because it seems more valuable. Then it becomes like, okay, can I afford this? I'm ready to make this leap and spend this money. So, but it's hard getting something going. Like you need like that first student. Like if you had like one person and then their family like to train. Like if you were training like 3 kids and then the dad or even the dad and the mom, like that'd be enough for content to show like, hey, this is a legitimate thing you got going.
Yeah.
But I would
Or
I would join, like that. There was that one gym you were training at. I would like get in with them and like, try to do like, private lessons there while you build up your. Don't sign and not compete. Build up your own clientele, and once you have like enough members to justify rent somewhere, just be like, hey, we're gonna go do our own thing over here, and then just be like respectful and be like, hey, listen, I've always wanted to start my own gym, like, I'm going to be on the other side of town. We're not going to compete for students because it'll be people over here. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to learn and maybe get your black belt from a place and then, hang your own shingle without like making them feel like shit.
right. But there was one part of that I don't think I agreed with, but I've already forgot what it was. What was it?
You were talking about changing from no, it's not going to be any charge to possibly charging at a later
Oh,
date,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So, man, I've taught so many people, as have you, and for a lot of money, for little to no money, for free at times, for, like all over the place. But I think that once they're exposed, once they recognize that it's something that they can do themselves, then, and like that they just need to keep doing it, then they're more likely to stick it out for a little while longer and whatnot. But one-on-ones, honestly, are potentially one of the most awkward things that exists, because if you're the other guy, then you're, in a room with a colored belt guy who could murder you. and you're asking them every question that you could think of, and you might be charging one like $30 an hour or something. So it just in my mind, I would be thinking like, you know, this dude's gonna kill me. This is not good. Hey, I'm only paying him $30. I should be paying double, triple, something. But $30, it's not it. It's not gonna work for me. So
I mean, people will pay if they got it, and until they can't. You know what I mean? Like I was, getting private lessons, before like I had a personal money crunch, and I thought I was gonna have to sell a bunch of stuff, but luckily I'm, able to like do some deals, and so I sold some vending machine locations. I actually had a place call me today that I called 6 months ago. It was a Jiu Jitsu gym in Allen, and they were like, "Hey," they called me and thought I might have called. I was in their database or something. Like, "Hey, did you want to come in to train?" And I was like, "Oh no, I think I called you guys about vending machines. Like, we offer vending machine services at no charge to Jiu Jitsu gyms. Is that something you'd be interested in?" He's like, "Yeah, let me send you my email." So I sent it to him, and I actually partner with this guy. He has like these badass like fridges. Like you swipe your card or tap, and then you open the fridge and get whatever you want. Yeah, they're great. Like I sold him a location for $2,000. Like I found one, and he's like, "I want it," and we negotiated. I think I was asking like 2,500, and he was like, 18. I was like, "Well, I appreciate you sending me that offer. What led you to arrive at that number? Because my conservative estimates, I think you're going to make X amount." And then he met with the client. They liked it. They signed an agreement. He came back with 1,500, and I said, interesting. What makes you think it? What made you get to that number? Just curious. And then we just went back and forth, and then we settled on two. But I said I'd get him future ones for one. I was like, let's do two on this one, and then in the future, it'll only be one. And he's like, well, I can't argue with that. I was like, perfect. And then he sent me the cash.
that's how it went.
Yeah. It was that easy. It just, I had to talk to a shitload of people. I had to get myself out there, and I had to post this location. And I had so many haters. They're like, you're a scammer, you're fake, this, blah, blah, blah. I'd show pictures of vending machines. I found Micah location at this RV park, and I showed a picture of me, like, in front of the vending machine, and they're like, this guy's fake. And I'm like, I just laughed. I just did the laugh emoji. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just how people are. I mean, who knows? It might not even be a real person. It could be a bot. I mean, who cares what anybody says? I'm just like, hey, you missed an opportunity. This opportunity's not for you.
That's it, man. The most important thing is that regardless, that you just keep doing what you know is right, and doing it as good as you can possibly do it, and making little improvements every day. And as far as jiu-jitsu goes, doing the exact same dang thing, then it's all good. It's all gravy.
Well, before I let you go, I did want to tell you about this story.
Man.
I went to Throwdown Thursday, and everybody tries to kill everybody there, right?
Right.
I rolled with this older guy. I mean, he's middle-aged. He's, maybe 40. And I usually roll at the same level. And he started off rolling very slow. He's kind of waiting for me to do something. And I'm chilling.
Right.
And he's doing little stuff, and I'm like not using a lot of energy. And we just had this really chill roll where nobody tried to. It's very, very gentlemanly. And I was like, I got a sense of his energy, and I liked it. I was like, this is interesting. And then later I find out he's a pastor. And I'm like, oh, that checks. And then they have Bible studies up at the gym. I was like, sweet. I've been looking for like a personal connection with, somebody, um, not only like a spiritual mentorship, but something that incorporates jiu-jitsu, and I've not been able to find that in San Antonio. So like, okay, that's cool. And then today he posts, I guess he has like sales and mechanics. He's like really into 90s Hondas. He has the same car I do, but with a even better engine than I have. He's like a big Honda enthusiast, and I was like, man, this is crazy. We have so much in common. I messaged him about it. We were chit-chatting on Messenger for a few hours. I was like, yeah, this is pretty crazy how God will meet you where you're at.
Well, it sounds like he's, just to start with, he's another version of me in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, like the calm rolling style.
Yeah, so you're able to get a little bit of those rolls in then, right?
Well, I've only rolled with him the one time. Like he lives on the other side of town. I can't see him pop up at the other gym location, but I've seen him post some encouraging words for like other jiu-jitsu members. The SAPD officer Brian was posting some things, and he had posted some encouraging scripture. I still haven't nailed down a time with Brian. Like he's just he's busy. When he's not working, he's usually hanging out with his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we'll see. We got nothing but time.
That's it, man. We got nothing but time.
We'll do this again soon, man. I still got that other one to edit, but we'll edit this one too since it's really relevant because of the Raja thing.
Yes, and we can put his freaking picture up, his mugshot, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But
how many years do you think he's gonna get? You think he's getting probation?
No, I would imagine that he'll get 5 years, and then he'll have to do 80%, and who knows if that will be that he'll be set free, and then if he messes up, he'll have to do the 80%.
What's funny is he might come out of prison like super popular and get a big contract, and he's probably not going to fight for. I guess the UFC said they don't want him, right? But
yeah,
he might get to fight for one of these other organizations, and he'll be a draw.
100% he will be, because all they gotta say is, what will Raja do next?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the fuck I want to.
He's crazy.
But
he's crazier than his dad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did have some sense, but I was thinking, was there one other thing I was going to tell you, but I can't think of what it was other than the car and all that, but you already know about that.
Yeah.
They finally towed it.
Yeah. Did they ever send you any info? Did they ever contact you?
No, not a word.
Did you have any personal items in there?
No, shit, already got them all out.
Okay. Well, good. No worries.
Yeah, no, it's all good either way. The only other thing right now, I've worked probably like 14 days in a row right now, so I'm like dead tired, and I've got to work like all day tomorrow, and then all day Saturday, and then maybe I'll be off Sunday. But man, that's the kind of deal where you lay down and then just fall asleep. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm gonna do, man. I got a quote for a gate tomorrow, and I'm gonna go work all day.
Well, why don't we both do that right now then? Because that sounds pretty good.
Sounds good, man. All right, get some rest.
Right, you too.